Between 2017 to 19, just above 10% households of Nepal faced severe food insecurity. By 2021, the graph has increased to around 14%. This is based on a report released on 19th of June, Monday, by the International Food Policy Research Institute, which has highlighted the lasting impacts of COVID pandemic, Russia-Ukraine war, and more alarmingly, the climate crisis as the factors that have triggered food crises around the world in lower and middle-income countries like Nepal.
Nepal is one of the most vulnerable to climate effects. But it's one of the most important region, in terms of it totally is endowed with all the natural resources, etc. So how do we strengthen that? That's more important, So to build that resilience, in terms of how do we move towards more climate smart agriculture to increase the productivity, then the whole value chain starts. That's more important for Nepal.
With climate crisis, the number of natural disasters have been on the rise in recent years. In 2021, the Ministry of Forests and Environment reported that of the total crops lost each year, 90% loss is attributed to weather and climatic events like drought, excessive rainfall, floods and landslides. This, experts reiterate, calls for a climate-resilient agriculture system.
We have to develop an agricultural system, a food system which is much more resilient, And for that we need to work both on the production side with the farmers and with the value chains, but also on the consumption side, dealing with the most vulnerable, protecting them, making sure they can access not just affordable food but also nutritious food.
It is expected that in near future, more people will have increasingly less access to quality food, which the Institute says might result into 72 million more people being undernourished by 2050 if urgent actions are not taken.
स्थानीय तहलाई हामीले सक्षम बनाउन खोजिरहेका छौं र स्थानीय तहलाई फ्रन्टमा राखेर त्यहाँको इन्फर्मेसन सहजै सँगसम्म आउने र संघ र प्रदेशले स्थानीय तहलाई खाद्यान्नको हिसाबले जोखिमपूर्ण अवस्थामा रहेका पपुलेसनलाई एड्रेस गर्ने एउटा पद्धति छ भने अर्को चाहिँ संघ र प्रदेशले पनि त्यसलाई एउटा कोषहरू बनाएर त्यो कोष मार्फत पनि अब विपद प्राधिकरण नै छ त्यो विपद प्राधिकरण मार्फत पनि त्यसलाई हामी ह्यान्डल गर्छौं.
In order to strengthen the food system among many others, Nepal must introduce pragmatic measures to adapt and cope with the unavoidable impacts of climate crisis, reduce its trade deficit and strive towards self-sufficiency. Sapsanamma for Kantipur News, Kathmandu.